Welcome back to Fishing with Vance. On today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the Ego S2 Slider landing net. So stay tuned. I'll tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Let's get into it on Fishing with Vance. Alright, here's my review on the Ego S2 Slider. Now, this net has a rubberized The hoop is 21 by 21, and it has the way it works is this comes off. You can attach different nets to it, but that twists off, and then this button, if you press it, you can extend the net at different lengths. So it is easy to extend, and there you go. It'll extend all the way out. Fully extended, it's about 7 feet. So it'll extend out 7 feet. So that's pretty far, and it does work pretty well in that sense. I use this net for carp fishing. I do not take this net on the Pelican Bass Raider, at least I haven't, because it's so big and bulky. But I do use it when I fish off the bank and I'm carp fishing. I like to carp fish off the bank. I take it catfishing too, but haven't really had an occasion where I caught a big enough catfish off the bank to need the net. So it's something I need to work on, my catfishing. But I do use it for carp fishing. I take it to carp fishing, and off the bank, a lot of times where we carp fish, we do need to extend the net out because it's somewhat steep, and sometimes we have to get way out there to net the carp. I also use this when I fish at Smith Mountain Lake for carp. If you haven't seen that video and you're interested in carp fishing, I'll put a link in the description, and you'll see this net in action of me reaching over off the dock and netting some carp. So, all right. So, what do I think of this net? Let's go over the positives. The positives: one, it has a nice big loop, and I've caught 20-pound carp and netted it, with this net, netted them with this net, I should say, and it had no problem. So the hoop size is plenty big enough, and I like that. I'd say its biggest positive is it's rubberized. So when we hook a carp, it's flashing around. We're trying to get that hair rig out or anything. If I would take this striper fishing and you're using anything with a treble hook, nothing gets caught in this in terms of hooks. It's easy to get the fish out of it, and the rubberized net is great. So that's probably my favorite thing about this net. The handle has a styrofoam on it, so it is pretty comfortable. It's not complicated to my workbench. It's not complicated to extend it. It's just a matter of pressing the button down and off you go. So it is quick. You can kind of leave it on the leave it leaning if you're fishing on a dock or something. You could kind of just leave it laying, and then it's time to net a fish. It's quick. This mechanism is nice for extending it out, netting fish. So I like that about it, and that works pretty well. All right, let's talk about the negatives, because there's quite a few things I don't like, but I shouldn't say quite a few. There's some things I don't like about this net. Number one, it's forever, whenever we're using this, it's not like we're catching carp fast and furious. We're catching them, even some of our better trips, we might only catch 6 or 8 carp, which is a great trip, is a great outing. But even when we go and we catch 1 or 2, maybe 10, 12-pound carp, this mechanism that is designed to allow you to swap out different types of hoops, it ends up getting loose. And so say you net a fish and then you're excited, you get it out of there, you get the fish put back, you don't pay attention, you know, we go to net the next fish, this thing's loose, it's ready to fall off. So I'm forever constantly tightening that down. And I know it's meant for convenience, but you know, honestly I'd rather it was permanent and I didn't have to worry about this falling off, because I've never swapped it out. So the pain of the issue of always having to tighten it up, you know, far outweighs any flexibility of swapping out the hoop. So that's a big negative for me for this net. The other thing is, I think this came with a cap on the end of it. You know, you could hang, you can hang up in your garage or something. That fell out and broke, you know, maybe the third trip. You know, I take good care of my equipment, but you know, this should last longer than that. It was plastic, it fell out, and it broke very quickly. So, I don't know that it's the best made. The net itself is well made, but the rest of it is just okay to me. And then the last negative is the price point. This was not a cheap net. I bought this, I want to say at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I just checked, and the price still is anywhere from $100 to $120 for this net. So if I'm going to spend $100 and, you know, right now go buy one $115, say, you know, I wouldn't buy another net. I wouldn't, if I was going to invest another $100 in a net, I would not pick this one. So to answer my question here that I always do at the end of these reviews, would I buy this again? No, I would not. I would look for something different. The biggest reason for me is this coming loose constantly. Every time I net a big carp, this is loose. And one of these times I'm not going to be paying attention and it's going to fall off. So overall, does it do the job? It does. It does do the job. It's netted me plenty of big carp over the years. But would I buy it again? No, I would not buy this again. Not for $100, and it's not worth it. So overall score here for the Ego S2 slider, since it does the job and I do like the netting and it has done the job so far, I'll probably give this a 70%. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to make it 60. Maybe we'll make it 60%. Just because for $100, I think this should be a little more sturdy and it should be better for $100, $120 now. So I'll give this a score of 60%, and I would not buy it again. I'm not trying to beat up, you know, Ego, the Ego S2 slider people here, but it's just that's my honest thoughts on it. I'm not going to throw it away. I'm going to keep using it, and I'm not going to just run out and buy another net because of what I described here. But I wouldn't buy another one if and when someday this one bites the dust. So there you have it. There's my review of the Ego S2 slider. 60%. I would not buy it again. I appreciate you watching. That's going to wrap it up for this review. Definitely hit like, comment. I'd love to hear, if you have one of these, love to hear what you think of it. And anything that you would like to see me cover in this particular review. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one on Fishing with Vance. If you like this video, check out the playlist of all my other videos for catching bass off the Pelican, trout, and also really have gotten into carp fishing lately. In the off season here, I do a lot of product reviews on the Pelican, fishing rods and reels, and then obviously lots of Pelican boat mod videos. So check those out. We have playlists for that. Hit subscribe, hit like, and comment. Thanks for watching.